Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. I am Starco Gaming and we are back with another Marvel Future Fight video. Guys, if you want to have access to all the best of free-to-play content for Marvel Future Fight, make sure you subscribe to the channel and check the bell so you don't miss any of the video or live stream we have on this channel. So guys, today we're going to be going through two things in this video. We're going to be going through my pick for my tier 3 from the tier 3 selector we got from Black Friday, and after that we're going to take a quick look at the patch note for the patch that's coming out later on tonight, guys, at least tonight US time. So first thing, guys, we're going to jump into the event quest event shop, and it is time to get that tier 3 selector. Let's go see what are the choices and what we are going to be picking. Damn, I got 10 gold, man. I'm rich. Seriously, let's go in the inbox here and let's claim. Oh, it's last 60 days. That's actually not that bad. But anyway, so the choice here are actually pretty simple: Cyclops, Sharon Rogers, Ant-Man, Black Panther, Winter Soldier, Captain Marvel, Spider-Man, Thor, Iron Man, and Captain America. Then in my opinion, there is 3 characters that are worth getting in this selector right now. At the moment, you know, we don't know. Maybe Spider-Man's gonna get buffed with the No Way Home update that's coming in December. But for now, the only 3 characters that are worth getting in this selector will be Captain America, Sharon Rogers, and Cyclops. We could add Iron Man, but Iron Man is rapidly falling off the meta list with so much power creep coming out. So I think those 3 characters, Captain America with his new uniform, Sharon Rogers with either the previous uniform or the new uniform, and Cyclops with or without uniform. Cyclops is a huge advantage because he's just a support character. Yes, he become a better support character if you actually get his latest uniform, but even without his latest uniform, he's still a very a decent you know, support character in the game. So those are the 3 choice. Personally, I already have Sharon Rogers. Captain America, I do not have his latest uniform, so without uniform, my best choice for me will actually be my boy Cyclops. So let's get Cyclops to tier 3 right at the back, guys. We're gonna be able to use him as a lead in World Boss Legend, which is going to be a huge advantage, and also a lead in or support whatever in Alliance Battle Extreme, which is also going to be awesome. So we got more crystal. Yeah, I forget, we get 60 crystal for getting him to level 70. We get 500 crystal, 500,000 gold to get him to you know, tier 2 and tier 3. So that's actually pretty nice today. That was pretty nice. And when we take a quick look at him without uniform, guys, obviously with uniform he is much better, but without uniform, if we take a quick look at his passive here, it's not really this passive, but the tier 1 passive here. There we go. See here, applied to all allies, 10% increase of energy attack mixed with the leadership that increase all basic attack by 25%. So that's 35% lead technically, which is actually a decent lead, especially male characters. We don't have many leads in the game, so that is actually going to be very useful, at least for a free-to-play version. Obviously, if you get a uniform for him, this lead and this passive gets much better. But now that we did pick our tier 3 character, guys, next thing we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the patch note for the mid-month update that is coming. So let's go with that, guys. Greeting agents, this is CN Franklin on Marvel Future Fight. Well, this is Alex from Starco Gaming, I guess. Check out the new look of the heroes. Prepare for the Night Helm Asgard invasion. Agents can meet the new uniform of Sif, Heimdall, and Hela through this additional patch. Check out the 3 heroes who have gained even more power by downloading the 1130 patch. The patch will be available later on tonight. Usually the patch is ready around 7 p.m. Pacific time. That's usually when it is ready. The patch will be applied in waves, so the application time may vary by agent. The game can still be accessed during the patch. When the patch is done, please restart and apply the patch for better service. Also, guys, just a warning. If you're going to buy a uniform, don't buy it as soon as the patch hit, because sometimes there can be bugs. Just wait wait like a couple hours after the patch is finally downloaded on your device to actually enjoy this update, so you don't, buy a uniform and don't receive it, or something like that happened to me in the past. When Rescue got released, I bought Rescue as soon as she was available, never got Rescue, and then I was one of the last content creator to make a review on Rescue back then. So yes, always be careful with that. So the 3 new uniform, guys. Hela has shown up to invade Asgard with more power and powerful equipment, has been prepared for Sif and Heimdall to stop Hela invasion. Check out the Sif Asgard invasion, Heimdall Asgard invasion, and Hela Asgard invasion. Check out the ability of Sif, Heimdall, and Ella. By the way, guys, I miss a word here. The new uniform can be purchased after the 11:30 patch data is applied, and all uniform will be on sale for 40%. The 3 uniform can be found and purchased in the Marvel uniform in the Marvel universe and the uniform room. Skill are based on the maximum stats. So Hela is going to be 1050 crystal. Pretty much get a few change of effect, guys. Change of effect of skill death, embrace, change effect of skill throne of Niflheim, and enhance effects of skill gathering of dead also apply to all allies. Increase basic damage dealt to superhero faction by 50%. Decrease basic damage received from superhero faction by 30%. So it's going to be very useful in the PvP. It looks like this is going to be a PvP uniform because you don't face hero in the World Boss Legend or World Boss Ultimate. So that passive will be useless for that part. Leadership is going to improve to 60% increase of energy attack. So a better lead for Alliance Battle Extreme, which is great. Better lead for Notch is going to be a lead for World Boss Legend. Very solid lead. The Dark Protection, it did not change. Okay. The Lady of Despair did not change. So we're not going to cover that. Next, we have a Blade of Hell and Death Touch, which is going to be the same as Marvel Studio Tart Ragnarok, but the hit count on the Blade of Hell increased from 4 to 8, and the range of Death Touch has increased. The other 3 skill we have the Merciless Judgment, counterattack when defending against an enemy. So you hit that button and you counterattack with accumulation of damage, which is from damage taken, which is actually pretty useful. Then you have the 4th skill, Paralyzes, which is awesome. Defense down up to 50%, healing, and increased skill damage and bonus damage for 8 seconds. Very good skill here. And then we have the last skill, the 5th skills, Maiden of Change, applied to enemy incapacitation, applied to self, more healing and invincibility. So she get immunity to all damage and she get invincibility. She get double healing. She is going to be a PvP monster in my opinion, with the damage increase against superhero faction and incapacitation. Like she has a kit, and also the counter attack. So I could see her to be a good PvP character. Obviously, I'm going to have to wait to see what she does in the PvP before a final judgment, but she looks like a PvP character and a leader for World Boss Legend and Alliance Battle Extreme. That's the vision I have of these characters from the set we just seen. Next characters, we have Heimdall. Heimdall is going to be 1050 crystal 2. Heimdall uniform effect, enhance effects of skill, Heimdall Eye, enhance effects of skill, Guardian of the Bifrost, change effect of skill, Firm Guardian, apply to self, plus 30% physical attack, increase chain of damage by 15% when attacking, and activation rate, when debuff applied to self, remove all debuff for 10 seconds with a cooldown time of 12 seconds. So basically, there's like a 2 seconds gap that you can debuff the dude. After that, you can't, which is actually pretty awesome. If we look at his leadership, apply to all eyes, increase all basic defense by 40%, ignore target dodge rate by 30%. It's not the best leadership, but 30% dodge rate, ignore dodge rate is always useful. Now we have the tier 1 passive, apply to self, dodge rate increase by 15%, ignore target dodge rate by 40%. Man, this guy's gonna have a lot of ignore target dodge rate with that uniform, which is pretty awesome. And this tier 2 passive also change, apply to self, increase guaranteed dodge rate by 40%, increase skill damage by 35%, bonus damage by 25%, decrease basic damage received by 40%. So this guy looks is going to be a good PvP character. Maybe this is a PvP update. And then we have the skills, guys. Rejection, slice, just bleeding attack, nothing special. Strike down, paralyzes, ignore immunity, so very good ability here. Third skill, we have stun, silence, so you get paralyzes, silence, violence, follow extreme. So far this is great. Also guards against 6 hits from that third skill. Then the fourth skill, we get bleed, we get immunity to all damage for only 1 second, but still all attack increased by 35%, defense by 25%, speed by 5%. Then the last skills, we have shock damage, stun, 80% chance of missing attack, paralysis again, decrease of basic defense by 20%, stack up to 50%, apply to self, invincibility, increase all attack and basic defense by 40%, speed by 5%, critical rate by 10%, and remove incapacitation. So more survivability for the dude, still lacking healing, but more survivability for the dude with guard against it, immunity to all damage, and invincibility, more damage, it takes less damage, a lot more ignore dodge, a lot more dodge for him. So it seems like a good maybe a line conquest update for this guy. We still have to see what kind of damage is going to do, but that's what I see here. Next, we have the uniform for Sif, 1050 crystal. Uniform effect, change effect of skills. Warrior defense, change effect of skill. Fierce of the fair, and change effects of skill are as guardian virtue and as uniform effect applied to all allies. Increase all speed by 10%, increase basic damage dealt to boss type characters by 45%. So a nice support. Should become a nice support, that's for sure. So if we take a look at the leadership, that is change increase all HP by 30% to combat characters, and 35% increase of physical attack, which is great. The passive ability did not change the tier 1 passive. The tier 2 passive change applied to self, increase guaranteed dodge rate by 30%, increase guaranteed critical rate by 30%, increase skill damage by 35%, increase bonus damage by 30%. Apply to new enemies. The first skill here, guys, bleed damage, stun, which is okay. Second skills, burn damage, so might be good for Ball extreme, stun. Third skill, invincibility, accumulated damage on damage taken. I believe so. They have connected to damage in the past 10,000. It's yeah. Oh, it's damage done. My bad, guys. It's on damage done, not damage taken. So the more damage you do, the more damage you accumulate, which is gonna great. The fourth skill here, we have stun, incapacitation. We have immunity to all damage for 5 seconds, which is gonna be awesome. Then the fifth skill, we have bleed. We have paralyzes. We have decrease all basic defense down up to 60%, 25% recovery on max HP, and increase all attack defense by 50%, speed by 6%, and critical rate by 30%, remove incapacitation. So very solid uniform here, obviously. And then we have the tier 3 for Hela. You can see the animation here looks pretty okay. I mean, they could have done a little bit better, but that still look okay. The tier 3 skill here, apply to enemies, they'll bleed damage, paralyzes, defense down up to 60%, apply to self, 80% chance to penetrate with barrier shield, all damage immune and invisible effect, 10%, 10 seconds invincibility, remove all debuff for 10 seconds, increase basic damage by 150% for 1 attack, and 100% increase of charge rate to accumulate true damage. That actually looks like a pretty solid ability here. You pop your accumulated damage ability just before that, and then you use that skill, and then after that you use your best ability, and that's going to be a massive ability in my opinion. We have new artifact. Just checking for something real fast. No, to answer a quick question, guys, Sif and Emdal does not get a awakening skill, so just a basic uniform, which is a massive disappointment in my opinion. I think everybody should be getting you know, awakening skills when they get the uniform. That's just my opinion, but hey, That's what they decided. We have new artifact for those characters, guys. The artifact for Hela activation requirement. Hela, obviously, when HP is below 5% applied to self. HP do not drop below 1%. Recover HP by 50% max HP when the buff ends. Recover up by an additional 5.5% total instinct up to 100% recovery, which is great. They don't say how long the one HP lasts, but that's gonna give her a lot more survivability, obviously. Then we have M-Doll. When HP is below 60%, increase basic damage dealt to supervillain faction by 20%, and an additional 0.5% instinct, and recover 6 HP by 60%. Kind of boring because you should not really be dropping much below 60% with all these skill sets, so especially you don't use them in World Boss Legends. So in my opinion, it's quite a disappointment, but can actually be useful for PvP. Alliance Conquest, we talked that it might be good for Alliance Conquest, so that could be useful for that. And then the Sif one. Sif applied to self, increase basic damage done to supervillain faction by 20%, and decrease damage received by supervillain faction by 20%. Obviously, the more instinct you have, the stronger it gets, and that's actually pretty solid. That might actually make her very good for Alliance Battle Extreme. Maybe not Alliance Battle Extreme, I mean World Boss Ultimate. Sadly, she does not have ultimate skills. I don't think she's going to be a meta for Alliance Battle Extreme, and obviously, she's not going to be usable in the World Boss Legend. So in my opinion, both M-Doll and Sif uniform should be a skip. The Hela uniform, I think it might be something to buy for lead or for PvP. If we go with Tina improvement, so they buff Tina, guys. Bad time. She really needed it. So she is getting on the ultimate skill, she is getting ignore targeting, and she is getting increased basic damage by 100% for one attack. On the tier 2 passive, she get ignore target dodge rate by 20%. On the skill number 4, she is getting a 20% recovery of max HP. That is on the base kit. Now on the uniform kit, she is getting a little bit improvement on the third skill on the attack, accumulation. And then on the uniform effect, she is getting a 15% chain hit damage increase. And hopefully, she still keep the healing from the 4th skill with the uniform, hopefully, because she needs that healing. So she might be a little bit stronger. I don't think that's going to be enough to make her strong enough, but ignore targeting might be useful for PvP. And obviously, the ignore dodge rate and that recovery max HP might be very useful. I think she needs a little bit more tweak, but we're going to see feedback on what the buff she received and if she's going to be good enough. Game error fixes, guys. The issue of the 4th skill of Macquarie Psychonic Sprint not being used when using the skill at the maximum range has been fixed. The issue of purchasing a purchase limit of some rotation product that is to be reset after purchasing. All items not being reset at specific date has been fixed. The issue of specific animation being displayed abnormally in Story 7.1 has been fixed. The issue of text of some artifact being wrongly displayed has been fixed. And we are looking forward to your interest in the event that will be held in celebration of the new uniform of the Asgardian heroes. Well, technically, there's only one uniform that's worded, but because no ultimate skill for M-Doll and Sif. But still, this is a mid-month patch, guys. Cannot wait to see what they're going to have for the next update, which is going to be close to my birthday. Yeah, guys, close to my birthday. Anyway, guys, that's pretty much all we had for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. As always, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for being part of my amazing community. You all keep enjoying playing Marvel Future Fight, and I will see you guys again in the next video. Thank you.